English in 5 minutes. Good conversation, less frustration.
Hello, I'm Chuck. We're here again with English in 5 minutes. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, food. So some of the terms for food, meat, that can be pork, lamb, or beef. We also have poultry, that can be chicken, duck. Also game, that is considered wild meat, rabbit, hare, partridge, pheasant. There's also fish. We also have seafood, prawns, shrimp, lobster, crab. Vegetables, for example, lettuce or spinach, carrots or potatoes. And also, last but not least, fruit, for example, bananas and strawberries. Now I'm going to give you a few terms about ways of cooking. To bake, that's to cook in an oven without extra fat, especially bread, cakes, and pastries, my favorite. For example, baked potatoes. To roast, to cook especially meat in an oven or over a fire. For example, roast chicken or roast pig. To boil, to cook in boiling water around 100 degrees centigrade, which is also 212 degrees Fahrenheit. For example, boiling eggs. To fry. I'm from Houston and we love to fry. To fry is to cook in hot oil or fat. For example, French fries, chicken, turkey. I could go on and on. And last but not least, a more healthy way to cook is to steam. And this is to cook food by heating in the steam from boiling water. This is the best way to prepare the food if you want to keep the vitamins and minerals. We have many types of meals. I will give you the names of some of the types of meals. Breakfast. I think everyone knows breakfast. It's the first meal in the morning, the most important meal of the day. We also have brunch. This is a meal that's eaten in the late morning instead of breakfast and lunch. The next one, more of a UK thing, British thing, 11ses. It's a short break taken at around 11 and you consume a drink or snack. But this is more of a UK thing. We don't really do this so much in America. Lunch. Everyone knows lunch. This is the meal in the middle of the day. Also in England, the UK, you have tea. This is a light afternoon meal of sandwiches, cakes, etc. With drink, tea, also rather in the UK. Afterwards, we have dinner. The main meal of the day, taken either around midday or in the evening. And last but not least, we have supper. Supper is an evening meal, typically a light or informal meal. Now the terms supper and dinner for us are interchangeable, but we generally use dinner. Now we're going to talk how to describe food. Fresh. Food that is not preserved by canning or dehydration or freezing or smoking. Just fresh, sometimes right out of the ground. Moldy, covered with or smelling of mold. Off. If your food is off, it's not fresh. Rotten. Not fresh, it is decayed. Though in some countries they like the particular food with a little bit of decay. Juicy, full of juice. Ripe or unripe, that's mature and ready to be eaten. Bland, without any stimulating characteristics, no flavor to the food. Mild, not powerful, not strong, but just right. Delicious, you know this one, very tasty. You also know this one, horrible, not tasty at all. Poor, that means the food is not so good. Salty, an excess of salt, too much salt. Sweet, having a taste like that of sugar. Sour, having a sharp biting taste like that of lemon juice. Tasty, having a pleasant flavor. All food should be tasty. And once again, I'm from Houston, and we like it spicy hot. And that's aromatic, sharp, with strong flavors that you can smell and taste.
Are you a good cook?
I think I am a very good cook. I have not gotten any complaints yet, and I love to cook.
Are you a vegetarian?
A couple of days a week, I try to eat strictly vegetables with no meat. I'm trying to lower the meat consumption in my diet.
At what time do you usually have breakfast or dinner?
My breakfast, I usually like to eat around 10, 11 o'clock, and my dinner around 3 o'clock. I think if you eat the dinner a little bit earlier, especially those of you who are thinking about diets and this sort of thing, you burn the energy during the rest of the day. So eat your biggest meal as early as you can.
Do you like junk food?
Love junk food, but I try not to eat so much junk food. And you know why. I don't have to explain. Junk food.
Do you often eat out?
Actually, no. We eat out very seldom because I'm such a good cook. I'm making everything at home. I go on the internet and I find nice recipes and build them at home. Okay, now I want to take you through some of the idioms, some of the food idioms. If someone says piece of cake, that means something is very easy. Another idiom is to go bananas. That means just to go completely crazy. Another one, as red as a cherry. That's very red, very embarrassed. The next one is bring home the bacon. That means you go out and you earn money. Next is to butter someone up. To be very nice to someone, usually for some selfish reasons you want something from this person. One we use a lot, to cry over spilled milk. To be sad because of the past and things that we cannot change. The next, a hard nut to crack. Something is very difficult. Next, walk on eggshells. To be extremely careful about somebody's reactions or words. Couch potato. I'm sure many of you know this one well. I know this very well. A very lazy person who watches TV a lot. The next, tough cookie. A person who is very, very determined. And the last, top banana. The chief person in a group or company. Thank you. This has been English in 5 minutes. I'm Chuck. Goodbye.
English in 5 minutes. Good conversation, less frustration.